Here on Fox News tonight, we will ask the questions. We will probe for the truth. Jim Jordan is the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee. He joins us now. Welcome.
Kayla, good to be with you.
You know, Congressman Jordan, Ian Sams comes out of the White House and he says they didn't connect this directly to Joe Biden. What's your response to that?
Well, first of all, Joe Biden said his family took no money from China. Looks like that's not accurate. Then he was out talking about corruption, and it looks like his family was receiving money from a corrupt Romanian. And then you have the bigger picture, Kaylee, where there were 170 suspicious activity reports. And I always stress the key word in that phrase is suspicious. This is our Treasury Department putting together these reports based on banking transactions that they see. Some of those reports happened while Joe Biden was vice president of the United States. And then you have the bank records that the committee looked at. So the suspicious activity reports, the bank records, all show that there were multiple companies the Biden family set up, 20 some of these LLCs they set up, receiving millions of dollars from foreign entities. That money is then paid out to members of the Biden family, multiple members of the Biden family. And you get to the fundamental question, for what? What did they do? What was their legitimate business? What value did they add? What service did they provide? And then to compare to to get the question about the President Trump and his family, they have legitimate business. They're actually involved in real business. You can't find that when you're looking through all these banking transactions and what the Biden family was engaged in. And so to me, that's the fundamental tell here is what was the real work, what was the real value, the real business that they were engaged in.
Right. And we know Hunter, his skill sets were not quite that of the Trump children. But, getting to this form, that's this FD 1023, this FBI form, which allegedly connects Joe Biden to a scheme where he's giving out policy decisions in exchange for cash. Today, there was a 12 p.m. deadline. Christopher Wray is supposed to turn over the document, doesn't turn it over. And his two reasons for not turning it over seem to be confidential human sources that we do not want to reveal. And this is unverified information. What do you say back to the FBI director?
There's always a reason. It seems like there's always some, classified or confidential reason that they can't give us information that I believe the American people, the folks that we represent, are entitled to see. We have a whistleblower who Senator Grassley came to Senator Grassley, who Senator Grassley thinks is very credible, who's alleged that there's this form that says what you described. I want to see this form. I want to see what the confidential human source told the FBI and what this whistleblower said that he saw in the system at the FBI. I'd like to see that. Chairman Comer would certainly like to see that. So we'll see what happens. I know there'll be conversations between us and the FBI, and we'll see where we go from here. But Senator Grassley, who's probably dealt with more whistleblowers in his career than any other member of Congress, actually wrote the whistleblower statute. He believes the whistleblower who came to him is credible. We'll just have to see.
Last question. I only have a few moments here. I spoke to a DOJ official, former DOJ official. He said that it is entirely within the realm of the Department of Justice, totally fair, to ask them, are you dealing with questions about this document, a political appointee, Merrick Garland, or has Rob Hur, the special counsel, has his mandate expanded? Do you know if the special counsel is looking into it or the DOJ?
I don't. I think that's a very good question, but I don't know that. We don't know a whole lot about what Jack Smith's up to, what Robert Hur, what they're up to. We'll just have to wait and see.
You've put a lot together in 4 months. Thank you so much, Congressman Jim Jordan.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.